On this video, again, I am going to show the images that the Eurocentrists who want to rewrite history and claim that the black Moors who ruled Spain for over 780 years were in fact not black at all, and that they were white. I am providing irrefutable evidence as to the race of the Moors who actually ruled and controlled Spain and much of Europe. Clearly, this Moor, who you can see for yourself if you go to Europe, is a black man, as is the crest of the Moor's head there, the same one that is found on the crest for the town. There it is again. And these images are all over Europe. This is inside of a Catholic monastery. There's a Moor's head there who is clearly a black man, and there is another in a position of distinction. So what I'm going to do is go through these images and let you see them for yourself. Of course, there are those who would like to say that if they were Moors, they were slaves, but yet still they cannot explain the fact that so many of the Moorish artifacts show the black Moors in positions of distinction, positions of honor, and wearing crowns. This is a patron saint that is well known. These are the actual Moors. Now, what they do, what the Eurocentrists do, is they'll show you pictures of Moors or people in Moorish attire who were not black, and that's all they would show you, and they would use that to try to explain to you that the Moors were in fact white. What they can't explain is that the ones wearing crowns and the ones on the crests that are there even today in many of the Moorish cities and Moorish towns are of black people. So yes, there were mulattoes and there were people who would be considered as white who made up the Moorish army. But those, for the most part, who were the Moorish kings were, in fact, Negroes. There was a common phrase that was used by the white people of France and other parts of Europe describing the Moors. They were described as black as ink. This is another crest. This is a legacy and a history that, although they are trying desperately to do so, the Eurocentrists cannot steal from those that it truly belongs to, because the evidence is overwhelming. The evidence is extremely valuable, and it is extremely prized. I myself lived in Europe for 3.5 years, and I've seen many of these things live and in person for myself. And it is astounding that the Eurocentrists, who I believe are primarily from the Western world, want to deny an obvious truth rather than accept it and embrace it. This is a coin with a black Moorish head on it. They have no explanation that's plausible. Whatever explanation they come up with, and I'm sure they will, is ludicrous, to say the least. They cannot explain the consistency of black Moors wearing crowns and in positions of leadership. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. A picture should certainly refute 1,000 lies. This is a chair. Take a good look. That is a black Moor. It's almost like a throne. They want you to believe that black people were naked savages running around. These are black as well. Take a good look. Black people, not white. Running around in the jungle, throwing spears at elephants until slavery. This is a history and a legacy. Black people, they don't want you to know about. Why deny the obvious truth when the evidence is so overwhelming? You only make yourself look like a fool. The images speak for themselves.